Hi, and welcome to our Center for Teaching and Learning podcast. Today we have Susan Todd with us today. She is a English faculty, honors English faculty, and she has been probably the first person, the first cheerleader from my memory for the campus to talk about what it is, made me not nervous about it, AI and how to use it personally and professionally. So welcome, Susan. Thank you for coming and let us know what you think about it.
Thank you, Cindy. Yeah, it should be my natural enemy. It's a way for students to cheat. It threatens my job. It changes the whole nature of academic writing. And yet, I love it. I shouldn't, but I do. I just think it's fun and cool. I use it in class. I encourage my students to use it. I use it outside of class. I like to call it my little robot friend, but I don't think that it's gone as far as an actual disturbing relationship yet.
I mean, I agree with you. It's been, for me, it's exciting. I mean, 3 years ago, I first heard about it and I thought, oh my goodness, all my research papers are going to be cheaters now. So I revamped my whole assessment with my classes, and it's been more work for me, but it's been better for the students because they've thought more critically. They're better writers. And then lately, I've been really using it in the classroom to help me with discussion questions and group work. And it's been a breath of fresh air for me. I've been around for a long time, and it's just almost like having an assistant to create ideas. And I'm more excited, and they're more excited. And so that's been my experience with it.
I agree with that assistant idea. I like to tell people that I think of it like an assistant or like my really creative friend who also drinks a lot, because you can't entirely trust it, and you've got to keep it in the guardrails. But it can be a lot of fun. It can help with brainstorming ideas. I just yesterday put together this toolkit for my students' cause and effect paper. I worked with ChatGPT on it to give them templates for thesis statements and transitions and how to organize their paragraphs. I posted that. Then I worked with them for how to tell AI to not write for them. I prepared a checklist. I told them put that in and then ask ChatGPT where they are following those guidelines and what they need to work on. So I've gotten a surprising amount of pushback from students, though.
That is crazy.
Sometimes I think they've been scared away from it by other teachers who have told them, you're going to cheat if you use this. Some of them have had ethical concerns. I taught a digital media class, digital writing and production. Going to teach again in the spring. Little bit of a plug there. But some of the students in that class were also into graphic design, and they hated that it could take graphic designers' jobs away. It could take copywriters' jobs away. Others have been concerned about the environmental impact because the servers use a whole lot of water.
Yeah.
So, yes, I actually would kind of like my students to embrace it more. So I've tried to do some things to show them the fun side of it. The first time, it really blew me away. I was in Honors Comp 1, and the students and I were playing with it together. And they asked it to write a poem about a splotch of bird poop on the window in the honors classroom. So I've got a little excerpt here of what it wrote.
Okay.
The end of the poem was, "So let the poop on the window be a lesson in life's unpredictability, and in honors room 401, let it remain a sign of nature's beauty and stain." Now, that ain't Shakespeare, but it was really fun. It was instant, and the students enjoyed it. I have the paid version of ChatGPT, which means that it's more sophisticated. It will let me create what are called custom GPTs, so you can create with it a persona. For instance, the same Honors Comp 1 class, they got into it. We were having fun. They created a cowboy philosopher who responded to things with humor. So when you ask a question and we had a drawing of him, all created with AI. So he would respond, "Well, partner, life's like a rodeo that way." And then, of course, all the drawing and the artistic ChatGPT tools that are within that. So the paid version has some has some benefits. It's also, again, caused some pushback. I was trying to familiarize students with it by showing them some of the drawing capabilities and things like create a purple unicorn wearing a Taylor Swift t-shirt, talking to a dolphin. And some of the students were really into it, and others thought we were wasting class time doing silly stuff.
Okay. Well, all you can do is listen to them, right?
Yes.
All you can do is listen to them. And I just pulled the trigger on that $20
Aha.
on the ChatGPT because I got so into it. I'm like, I got to get the next. And I see myself using it more. And, even on the personal level, I've got so many friends that have used it for medical issues to understand what the doctors are telling them and pros and cons of medicine that they've been. I mean, it is phenomenal what it will do.
Oh yeah, a friend of mine, like you, a friend of mine recently had got some test results, and we were looking at them, and I understood some of it, but I took a screenshot, uploaded it without her name. You got to be a little careful of privacy.
Be careful about personal information.
But I uploaded it to ChatGPT, and it said what each of the things meant. It said, here's a likely treatment plan. And then it asked, would you like me to prepare a list of questions for the doctor?
That's amazing.
Now, I could have done a Google search, eventually gotten the same information, but it sure wouldn't have asked me if I wanted a list of questions.
No, and what I compare Google searches to this is that, Google searches give us pieces of information that we have to put it together for the puzzle, and then ChatGPT puts all that together for us. And then you can just tweak it as you go along. Like, that's not exactly what I wanted, or take this out, or take that out.
And that's, I think, the biggest thing people need to know about it is, like you said earlier, it's an assistant. So so have a dialogue with it. If you're not sure what to put in, tell it that. Say, I'm trying to get you to do this. How should I ask you? You can tell it, ask me questions to help me understand what I want you to tell me.
What I don't know to ask you.
Yes.
Exactly. Exactly.
So Google search is one way, and when it's done, and that's, I think, sometimes where students go wrong, is treating it like a Google search. I'm going to get information from it, or I'm going to tell it to do this thing for me, instead of using to bounce ideas around with.
And you've done some professional development with the AI, right? You've taken some classes, certifications,
right?
Yeah,
through Vanderbilt University.
Do you recommend that to learn more about it? How would you recommend to faculty to learn more about how to use it, when to use it, and the benefits of using it? What should we do?
I am very happy to do some one-on-one work with anybody. Todd at jeffco.edu. Happy to show people, but also I'm sure there are some YouTubes out there. And asking ChatGPT itself, you can a prompt like, act as if I am a high school freshman. Explain quantum physics to me. Ask as if I'm a smart 10-year-old and explain text brackets to me. Those. So you can tell it that. You can also tell it to act as a tutor. You can, so you can have it have various personas and then assign various personas to yourself. I had a student one time who told me she wouldn't have passed pre-calc without using it to tutor.
Tutor her.
So
I see this as a tutor for students. I really do.
Very much agree.
And I'm seeing textbooks that have got embedded AI in it. Yes, when you look for textbooks for your classes, I'm seeing where the assignments are, and over to the right, you've got AI right there tutoring them to say, okay, what did I do right? What did I do wrong?
Speaking of textbooks, I used it for my textbook order. I knew I didn't want to use the same book in one of my classes, so I did some Googling. Did some Googling, actually I did, and that wasn't helpful. But then in AI, especially the paid version, has better web access, so I could say, here's what I'm looking for. It gave me a list that wasn't what I wanted. So I said, no, these are two whatever. How about this? So it took some time and some dialogue, but it then pulled up the covers and links and everything I needed. So those kinds of really practical tools are great.
And I think you've said before that you think ChatGPT is one of the better generative AIs.
It's my go-to. I have the ChatGPT mobile app, and so there's voice on there, so we can actually talk to it. Hey, ChatGPT, what are some things podcast listeners might want to know that you can do to help college faculty?
Ooh, great question. And this could be fun to share with listeners. I can help faculty brainstorm and plan assignments, create engaging prompts, and even act as a practice audience for student presentations or arguments. I can provide feedback on student drafts, help with idea generation, and offer tips on improving writing, critical thinking, and research.
Wow. So does that come with your $20 subscription?
Yes.
So you just download the app?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I've used it. I was on a road trip with a friend. We used it to play 20 questions.
Oh my God. That is amazing. That is amazing.
Yeah, it really does feel like talking to a person, which is also part of the danger.
Well, but still, I mean, it's the same thing as you would do on a computer, but you're not having to
Absolutely.
sit at a computer to do it.
Absolutely. Yes.
And you can just like, okay, just what's off this exit, ChatGPT? And is there something?
Yes. Yeah.
Just like, I mean, some of our phone apps do the same thing, but still,
Yes.
that's very cool.
But the natural language searching, I was trying to think of a song and I was able to just describe elements of the song and it worked a lot better than Google would have done. So I see it as just a stepping stone to past what we've already done.
Okay, so to wrap it up, Susan, what would you say to a new faculty coming in about AI? And what would you say to a senior faculty or in between? What
Yeah.
advice would you give them about AI? What you've learned and what you think?
I like
Recommendations.
going back to your word of assistant. Use it to enhance what you already do, not to replace anything, but to make what you already do better, to help you not only come up with ideas, but test ideas.
Mhm.
For example, I've asked it to write model essays for students to see. So I create sample good essays and sample weaker essays. And then we can talk about why the good ones are good and why the other ones need more work and how to work with them. That way, I don't have to try to write a weak essay or try to look back through my files. So treat it like you've got somebody there in your office who knows you and wants to help you.
So, I mean, I appreciate your time today, Susan. And I'd like to tell the faculty that if you have any questions or topics or would like Susan to have another session in the CTL suite, we'll be glad to do that, to show and tell you how to do what we're doing and give us any feedback. Just let me know at crossi.edu. Susan, is there anything else you want to close with?
No. Thank you, Cindy. I think this is a great idea, and I've enjoyed talking with you.
Well, I always appreciate talking with you, Susan, and keep doing what you're doing and motivating us to be better and use our tools.
Thank you.